From North Ridgeville High School in Lorain County, the Eagles Sports Network is on the air. It is sectional baseball action as your St. Edward Eagles get ready to tangle with the Rangers of North Ridgeville. Hi again, everybody, and it is so glad to be back behind the microphone for this sectional matchup here as St. Edward tangles with North Ridgeville. Adam Mendoza here, and along with me this afternoon will be Christopher Mendoza. And Chris, this is an important game for the Eagles. St. Ed's coming into this game 13th seed after a big win against John Adams in the opening round. Meanwhile, North Ridgeville, the number 5 seed, coming in with a 19-5 record.
Yeah, that 19-5 record really huge for this North Ridgeville team, as they've had some tough teams, and this is probably going to be the toughest opponent that St. Ed's has faced all year.
And when you look at it, they're coached by Matt Ponting, who's in his 12th year. But for North Ridgeville, they come into this game, and this season they won their first Southwest Conference Baseball Championship for the first time in 41 years. The Eagles coming into this game with an 11-13 mark on the year. They are 4-2 neutral sites, but 2-6 on away from their friendly confines, as the coaches, Matt Ponting and Jim Clark, in his first year at St. Edward, coming from Notre Dame Cathedral Latin, longtime coach there for over 28 years, as they are having their meeting at the at home plate right now. Now, the Eagles did come up with a win against John Adams, 21-0. Meanwhile, this is the first game for the North Ridgeville Rangers here in the playoffs. But this is an important game for the Eagles. Last year, they were not able to get out of sectional play when they lost to Normandy last year.
Yeah, they lost to Normandy. Tough 7-6 loss. But what I've noticed from Coach Clark, or at least from the choosings, we have momentum coming into this game after the win. They have not played in a few days, so I believe with St. Ed's with the momentum, they have a chance to steal this victory.
For North Ridgeville, they come in with 8 returning starters, 13 seniors on their team. But for the Eagles, they are going to throw a very tough qualified pitcher in Max McClellan, the University of Central Florida commit. And for Max McClellan, who will be coming in and pitching, Max on the year has a 2.3 ERA and has given up just 8 earned runs in 5 starts this year. And he is the big go-to man at 6 foot plus for the Eagles, also a member of the St. Edward Eagle basketball team.
Yes, he is.
So as both teams are getting set, going through their final instructions, the umpires for today's game will be Tony Jordan behind the plate and Adam Banbury here behind. He'll be on the bases as we will pause in just a moment for the playing of the national anthem here in North Ridgeville at North Ridgeville High School. And we'll talk more about the configurations here at North Ridgeville High School as both teams get set for the playing for the national anthem. And we'll take this time out on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome to today's game. This is Paul Keels, and you know how much I love broadcasting the Buckeyes, but I also love high school sports. On behalf of the OHSAA, let's all do our part to set a good example and make this a fun and safe experience for the kids involved. I know this game means so much to the players, coaches, and fans, but high school sports are about much more than the wins and losses. They teach life lessons that will be with the players long after their playing days are over. Good luck to both teams, and remember to respect the game.
And there we have the playing of the national anthem, and we are just moments away from the start of this game here from North Ridgeville High School. The field here at North Ridgeville, it is a turf infield with a grass outfield.
We had a little bit of a standoff going out between North Ridgeville and the Eagles, but the umpires told them to get off the field.
And let's take a look at the dimensions here at North Ridgeville High School. Down the lines, it'll be 325. The center field straight away is 380. The Eagles, the road team, will be hitting first. They're in their all-white uniforms with the green letters and numbers and the green helmets. Meanwhile, North Ridgeville in their all-white with the blue and gold with the blue and white cap. On the mound, it will be Jake Boyner for North Ridgeville. For North Ridgeville, Jake Boyner on the year, he has a 1.4 ERA in 30 innings pitched this year. Let's take a look at the lineup for Eagles and Neds.
Leading off with number 9, Braden Page. He's going to be playing second base. Number 22, Danny Tome. He's going to be behind the plate doing the catching. Number 2, Carter Potts, the senior. He's going to be at shortstop. Number 12, Charlie Ludgrig. He's going to be the DH for Max McClellan. Maley, number 24. He's going to be in right field. And then in center field, number 30, Maley, number 24. He's going to be in right field. And then in center field, number 34, David Zetz.
As we look at the defensive setup for the North Ridgeville Rangers, Jake Boyner will be on the rubber. Troy Duke will be behind the plate. Troy Duke is going to be going to Mount Union. Alex Albert is at third base. Carson Yetzi is at shortstop. Adam Bright is at second base. And Nick Mealy is over at first base. In the outfield from left to right, it'll be Gavin Paget in left field, Gannon Paget in center, and Brennan Gipper in right field. Just an absolute gorgeous day for baseball here in North Ridgeville as the Eagles looking to advance. We'll also get you updates from the Strongsville-Avon game, as that game being played over in Strongsville. We'll have some of our we've got our scouts over there, and we'll get updates from them for today's game as well to keep you updated on that one. As Brennan Page gets into the batter's box, he'll take a look down for the sign on the third base coach, and we are just about set for the first pitch. Boyner delivers. That one is in there for a strike on the outside part of the plate, and this game is underway. 5:02, our game time start. Just an absolute gorgeous day here in North Ridgeville. That one going low in the ground as that one goes for a ball. As we take a look at Braden Page on the year, he is hitting 171. Last year on the freshman team. Coming up, this one is lined to right field, and that is going to be easily caught as Gipper is right there for the catch on the line out. One up, one down, and that brings up the catcher for the Eagles, Danny Tome.
Yeah, Danny Tome, the good left-handed hitter. He can really spray it all over the field.
Tome coming into this game hitting .329 with 6 RBIs, 3 doubles on the year. Tied with a bunch of players with 3 doubles. Here's the delivery, and that one misses for a ball high.
Tome is very disciplined at the plate, and he uses that to his advantage so then the pitchers can work it right into his happy zone.
Carter Potts on deck, the senior. Here comes the pitch. That one high and away. And the count goes to 2-0 here, top of the first inning. Here's the delivery. That one missing. 3-0 count.
Oh, no, he called that a strike.
Oh, he did.
Very late call.
Yeah.
He has a delayed strike call.
I do not like the delayed calls as a coach or broadcaster.
Oh, yeah.
So the count.
Especially as a player.
That one going up. 3-1 count now for Tome. As we said, Tome on the year is hitting .329. The lefty.
Double deuce.
Boyner fires that one low and inside, and that's a walk, and Tome gets on base for the first Eagle to get on base on ball. The Eagles have struggled hitting-wise. They are hitting .231 as a team. But they have walked 90 times coming up as Carter Potts now the leading hitter for the Eagles. Potts hitting .384. The Mars Hill College recruit.
The commit.
Boyner looks. That one in there, right at the knees for a strike.
Get low from our angle.
As Boyner now goes ahead in the count, 0-1. Runner on first base is Tome. Has a decent lead at the cut of the grass. Boyner now is going to toss it back. Tome gets there in time. As we said, the dimensions here in North Ridgeville, 325 down the right field and left field lines, 380 straightaway center. Carter Potts, the shortstop and football player. There's the steal. Here's the throw to slide.
He's
not
in
time, as there's the stolen base for Danny Tome, quickly getting on base, and the Eagles have a runner on second base.
Yeah, Danny Tome, he's got sneaky speed out there on the bases. You would think catchers typically aren't as fast, but Tome, he is pretty dang fast.
So now with a runner at second and the count at 1-1 for Carter Potts. Boyner on the delivery out of the stretch. Breaking ball.
Just missed.
Missing on the right side, and it goes to a 2-1 count now.
What I've noticed at second base, no one's really holding Tome on. The shortstop just kind of moving over to his hip, but not much coverage.
Boyner out of the stretch, the fire. Breaking ball in there for a strike. That'll even the count at 2-2. Third base playing just about even, maybe a step behind the bag. Infield playing normal depth. Straightaway outfield for the Rangers. Boyner now getting ready to deliver. High fastball, getting him swinging, and going down on the strikeout is Carter Potts.
Yeah, Potts going down swinging on a high fastball. I think he might have been sitting off speed with 2 strikes.
Boyner, that is his 45th strikeout of the season. And that'll bring up Charlie Loretic, the DH. He'll be DHing for Max McClellan, the Eagle pitcher. That breaking ball missing up high. Runner on second base is Danny Tome. He got on a walk and then was able to steal second. 2 outs here, top of the first inning in this sectional matchup play. Boyner getting the sign. He'll deliver. That one right down the pipe for a strike. Quickly evens the count now at 1-1. Loretic on the year hitting .236 for the Eagles. The Eagles as a team hitting .231. That one fouled back into the fencing behind here, as we are just offset to the right here at North Ridgeville High School. Just an absolute gorgeous day for baseball.
Can't beat it. Can't beat it.
Loretic, as we said, .269 on the year hitting. Breaking ball into the rubber pellets and turf, but a good pickup there by Troy Duke.
Into the ground-up tires.
That is for sure. As we said, it's a all-turf infield, but grass outfield here in North Ridgeville. Count is even at 2 for Boyner. Split it down the right field line, and that's going to go foul. Count remains at 2-2. Now as we go in, here's the delivery. That one missing high, and the count goes to 3-2 with 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. Eagles looking to capitalize on the first inning walk.
Yeah, typically with the 3-2 and 2 outs, you expect the runner to be going, so we could see Tome in transit.
Here comes the 3-2 pitch. This one is grounded to the third baseman, Albert. Can't get a good grip of it, drops it, and the Eagles are going to get on an error by the third baseman, Albert, and the Eagles will have first and third, as Alex Albert could not come up cleanly with the ball, had a good beat on it, but was not able to field it cleanly. And now the Eagles with a first and third situation with Matt Leschak, the first baseman, coming up to hit. Leschak taking that first pitch for a strike, hitting 188 on the year. The left-hander. 5 RBI on the season. 12 hits. He's walked 14 times, but has struck out 10. There's a big swing and a miss there with the foul tip. And that makes the count go 0-2 as the Eagles with runners at first and third.
Yeah, you're just looking for something just to trickle into the outfield so you can bring Tome home.
Boyner looks over the runner at first. He throws, the runner goes, foul ball away.
I think that one went into the pond behind the field.
Count still remains 0-2. They had Loretic running on that last play.
Got to think they're going to have him running again.
0-2 count. Boyner looks in, out of the stretch. He'll fire, runner goes. That one again on a good at-bat by Leszek as he fouls that one back behind.
Good at bat, but as a base runner, I know from experience, it sucks when you're constantly told to steal and he just keeps fouling him off.
Well, he is trying to work the pitcher to a deeper count. Still 0-2 with 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. Eagles threatening with runners at first and third. Into the dirt, trying to get that breaking ball, seeing if Leszek would bite on that, and he did not.
Yeah, Leszek he's tall, but he has a really good eye at the plate.
Count goes to 1-2. A very good at-bat there for Leszek here in this top of the first inning. The number 4 hitter.
This is what we consider a quality at-bat.
There's a big swing and a miss as Boyner comes in and fires a seed for the 3rd out of the inning. And the Eagles leave 2 on base, no runs, no hits. We will head towards the bottom half of the first inning, and we'll take this time out on the Eagles Sports Network. As we get set for the bottom of the first inning, let's take a look at the hitting lineup for the Rangers of North Ridgeville. Gadget, your center fielder, hitting Carson Ietzi, the shortstop, hitting in the number 2 spot. Gavin Paget, the left fielder, hitting in the number 3 spot. Xavier Compton, the DH. It'll be Danny Tome behind the plate. Max McClellan on the mound. Grant Leszek at third base. Carter Potts at short, Brendan Page at second, Matt Leszek at first, and in the outfield going from right to left, Drew Maley. It'll be Zetz in center and Leo Bartolone in left field.
And one thing I've noticed with this Eagles squad, you have a very young team. You have a freshman, a couple sophomores, mostly juniors, and only a few seniors on this team. So a very young squad, and this is really good for the Eagles, for the future of the Eagle baseball program.
Max McClellan on the year with a 2.3 ERA in his first delivered. That one missing high for a ball. Gannon Paget up to the plate. Number 1 hitting .288 on the year. As that one right there on the outside portion of the plate, hitting a little bit of the dark part, and it count goes to 1-1 as quickly going in in his motion is McClellan, and quickly count goes to 2-1.
And one thing I've noticed, the corners playing really far in, especially Leszek at third.
That pitch low and away goes for a strike, and the count is at 2-2.
Now Grant moving back just behind the bag, and so will our first baseman Leszek.
Got him. That one on the outside portion of the plate, and that one is a backward K for Max McClellan. McClellan on the year, as we said, 38 strikeouts on the year, and that's a 16th backward K. That'll bring up Carson Ietzi, as that one missing. Ietzi hitting .308 for the Rangers.
Yeah, you see the middle infield playing pretty deep near the outfield grass, and then the infielders, Leszczak, playing still on the dirt portion of the turf, and then Leszczak on the grass.
Yeah, Leszczak's playing about 2 steps in of the cut of the grass. McClellan now missing that one high. And the count goes to 3-0. Ietzi, the shortstop. Here comes the 3-0 delivery. That one missing high. And McClellan walks the batter. And that'll bring up Gavin Paget, as Gavin is a .386 hitter. As Tome now calling out the defensive plays. As we said, McClellan on the mound and Tome behind the plate. Runner on first with 1 out. Now McClellan out of the stretch, the big righty, getting that one in on the outside portion. I think it's important, Chris, when you look at it for McClellan, he is going to have to really hit on those first pitch strikes, have a high strike percentage.
Yeah, you don't really want to walk too many batters, as swing and a miss there. He's been kind of struggling with walking a lot of batters, and that will result in a lot of runs for the opposing team.
So McClellan now with 2 strikes on Paget, the left fielder. McClellan, and Paget calls timeout, as McClellan was just a little bit too long there up on the mound. He'll look in for the sign from Tome. Infield playing normal depth on the corners. McClellan, heavy breath, fires. Big fastball swing and a miss. Strike 3, his second strikeout on the day. That'll bring up Xavier Compton, the designated hitter now for the North Ridgeville Rangers. Compton hitting .278 on the year. That one right down the pipe as he throws a seed there for the strike.
You think if he can keep working around the zone, make these hitters uncomfortable, he could have a pretty good day on the mound.
McClellan with a runner on first, out of the stretch. Shrugs the shoulder. Now he fires. There's the run. Tome throw. Good throw down the line. And no, they did not have him. They did have him.
But Braden Page could not hold on to it. Beautiful throw by Danny Tome, number 22. Just couldn't hang on to it long enough.
Stolen base for Ietzi.
And I believe the pitch was a ball, too.
It was a good pitch and a good throw by Danny Tome behind the plate. So now the Rangers with the runner in scoring position at second base, as McClellan looks it over, fires a breaking ball outside, and now the count goes to
2-1.
2-1.
It's kind of, but it's strong enough. And there's the strike 3, and that'll do the inning.
So 3 strikeouts in the game, 2 of them backward, no runs, no hits, no errors, with 1 left on base. We've played 1 inning. We'll head to the top of the second. This is the Eagles Sports Network. As we get set for the top half of the second inning, it'll be Leszczak, Bartolone, and Maley out on the getting ready to hit for the Eagles.
And just wanted to go over the coaches on the bases for the St. Edward Eagles. You got the pitching coach, Scott Kasarik, at third, and then Coach Owen Donnellan at first base.
Grant Leszczak, the freshman, coming in, a third baseman for the Eagles. That one in there for a strike from Boyner. As we said, Boyner on the year, a 1.4 ERA with 6 earned runs and 45 strikeouts and a holdback.
Did not go.
And Lashutka holds it back, and the count is even at 1-1.
Yeah, Lashutka, a freshman, only played 1 game on JV before he got called up to the varsity level. This dude has just been absolutely crushing it.
And he's been crushing it since the offseason. And there he hits one. That's a base hit right up the middle as Lashutka gets on base with a single.
Right on cue as now the lefty #1, Leo Bartolone, another guy who started on JV for, I want to say, about 2 games before being called up for the Florida trip.
Bartolone, a .250 hitter on the year, getting the start in left field for the St. Edward Eagles.
Leo also really good arm on the mound, could use throughout these playoffs.
Bartolone, pitcher, outfielder, also will dabble at first base a couple of times. There's the bunt, beautiful bunt down the third base line. He's got the speed. There's the throw, but he gets the fielder's choice and advances the runner over to second base.
Beautiful sacrifice bunt just as the Eagles draw it up. And Leo doing his job and moving Lashutka over for Drew Maley now, looking to drive him in and become the first run of the game.
Drew Maley coming up to hit. Maley on the year, 189 hitter. Maley, the tight end for the Eagles, was injured in that Massillon game. Takes a breaking ball away as Lashutka now over at second base.
And again, nobody holding him at second, so he can get as big of a lead as he wants. Shortstop just, again, kind of going on his hip. Not really. No one's paying attention to him.
Boyner delivers out of the stretch, right down the middle for a strike.
Constant wind again.
Well, you could hear it in our microphones, no doubt about it.
We're sitting right where the wind is blowing in.
Boyner looks in for the sign. Runner at second with a decent lead. Maley, the right-handed hitter. Breaking ball right in there for a strike.
Looks like a slider. Doesn't have as much curveball movement. Looks like it's moving, I'd want to say, right to left a little bit more than 12-6.
So now Maley down with a 1-2 count. Boyner out of the stretch. Looks over the runner at second base, Lashutka. That one missing high and upstairs for a ball, evens the count at 2-2. Eagles looking to advance out of this sectional play. Last year they lost in sectional play to Normandy. Looking to go ahead and try to move far in the playoffs for first-year coach Jim Clark. That one in the dirt and a holdback, and boy, that was a good hold there by Maley.
And they couldn't have gotten the appeal, so whatever the home plate umpire says goes. Because the field umpire did not have as good of an angle as he would at first base.
Count goes to 3-2 with a runner at second, 1 out here. Boyner on the delivery. Got him on the outside, another K looking.
That one just painted on the outer corner of the zone.
2 outs here in the inning, and that brings up the right fielder, David Zetz. Zetz, the right-hander. Tight in on the box on that right side. That one high as he has to back off a hair. On the inside, fastball by Boyner. Count goes to 1-0. Top of the second inning, no score. Eagles have a runner at second. That one there on the outside part of the plate being called.
Now you always want to win the evens on the 1-1 count. As you want to get ahead in count, you don't want to be battling from 2 strikes.
1 ball, 1 strike, the delivery. Missing on the outside part of the plate as that's having a good eye, and we have a very good view from our broadcast position here, just to the right of home plate. Infield playing normal depth, first base deep on the first base side. That one missing, 3-1 count. Now the question is, will Lashutka be on the run with a 3-1 count and 2 outs?
I'd say he won't be on the move. Wait until a potential 3-2.
That one fouled away. That makes the count go to 3-2 now.
Now you have a good chance of seeing Grant on the move here. 3-2, you hope for a ball four so then you can at least advance the runner.
Zetz, the number 9 hitter. Facing a 3-2 count with 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. This one pooched. trying to get it and making a diving catch is the second baseman, Adam Bright, to end the inning. And that will be it for the top half of the second inning here for the Eagles, as no runs, no hits, no errors. They leave one on base for a total of 3 in the ball game. No score here as we head towards the middle of the second inning.
Coach Solomon hasn't gotten.
And welcome to the bottom half of the second inning. It'll be Adam Bright, Brennan Gipper, and Alex Albert coming up to hit for the North Ridgeville Rangers, as we are still at no score here in the bottom half of the second inning. That one grounded to the third base side, goes foul. As we said, Adam Bright on the year hitting .348, 16 RBIs, 5 doubles, and a triple. And that one bouncing off his foot, and the umpire giving him, Tony Jordan, the home plate umpire, giving him a bit of time to recover on that one, and the count goes to 0-1. Max McClellan at 6'3", fires. That one right down the pipe, and the count quickly goes to 0-2 on Adam Bright. Bottom half of the second inning here in sectional play from North Ridgeville. McClellan rocks, fires, breaking ball missing on the outside as he tried to get Bright to chase. As we said, the outfield for the Eagles, Bartolone, Zetz, and Maley, left to right. That one goes in, and another strikeout for Max McClellan. That is his 4th on the day. Coming up to the plate now will be Brennan Gipper, the right fielder. Gipper hitting .244 with 7 RBI on the year. This one is going to be a base hit down the right field line. That's going to go into the corner. He's going to look for 2. No, they quickly make the play, and that is the first hit of the ball game.
Yeah, now both teams with 1 hit against each other, and now Tome looking into the dugout to see what defensive alignment they want to go with.
Well, no hits for the Eagles so far. So now on the defensive, that was an error at third base.
I thought we had to base it up the middle.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We did.
See, I pay attention sometimes.
That one there.
First pitch strike looking.
So McClellan with a runner at first. Alex Albert as that one missing.
Just missing high.
Albert on the year hitting .279. This one is lofted foul into the football field to our right. Great crowd on hand for an absolute beautiful day for baseball here in Lorain County at North Ridgeville High School.
Oh, yeah. You have 2 really good teams. Beautiful day. why not come out to the ballpark?
McClellan looking for the sign, fires. Oh, that's a big heater for another strikeout. That is his 5th of the day.
Now you got 2 outs, runner on first. Looking to advance the runner almost any way you can.
Gipper is at first. Brings up the pitcher, Jake Boyner. Hitting 135, throwback, not in time.
Tome loves to sneak in those back picks when they can, just to keep the base runners uncomfortable.
Boyner, the right-handed pitcher, will be going to Gannon University. Swing and a miss on the pitch from McClellan.
He's kept those 2 fastballs elevated. You'd think you would want maybe throwing off speed, maybe throw it low in the zone.
0-2 pitch. McClellan looks for the sign out of the stretch. The big 6'3" right-hander. Throws. Ground ball up the middle, and that's going to be a base hit, the second of the ball game, and it gets by the center fielder, Zetz, and that's going to put.
They're going to wave him home. They're waving home. We have a play at the plate, and they're going to hold him at third. The third base coach waving him home, but they decide to hold him, and now you got second and third.
So Boyner gets the second on the error by the center fielder, Zetz, and the ball's going to come off differently from the turf to the grass. Was not able to make the clean play. That let the runners advance to third, and Boyner at second, and that brings up the first baseman, Nick Mealy, with runners in scoring position. That one missing, 1-0 with 2 outs here.
Just missed. He was consistent in calling that the last batter, but that might have also just been because he's tall.
Mealy at 263 hitter. This one is hit, and it'll be fouled down the first base side, just by the.
Oh, we even got people standing on the top of the bleachers in the football field. We got people watching it from everywhere, in the outfield, over back in the foul grounds, and on the football field.
High fastball. Here comes the runner home as Tome could not get it.
The ball gets past Max.
And the pass ball lets Gipper score. And North Ridgeville getting the 1-0 lead. Boyner advances on the pass ball.
Couldn't get a clean grab out of it from Tome.
So it's a 1-0 lead now for the North Ridgeville Rangers with a runner at third on the pass ball. 2 outs. That one just missing. 3-1 the count. A base hit and an error and a pass ball costly for the Eagles. Swing and a miss.
Huge swing and miss there.
Count goes to 3-2 on the batter, Nick Mealy, the first baseman.
Give him anything in the zone. Try and get a ball in play to one of your fielders or just to strike him out.
McClellan rocks, fires, fouls that one away. Just got a piece of it. On deck will be top of the order, Gannon Paget.
Right in front of us. I'm sure you can hear what we're saying.
So McClellan now. 3-2 count. Miss! Swing and a big miss. 3 outs here in the inning, but the damage is done. 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, 1 left on base. It is North Ridgeville 1, St. Ed's nothing as we head towards the top half of the 3rd inning. This is the Eagles Sports Network.
For every just one more mile to your next ace on the court. When you have a sports-related injury, Cleveland Clinic is here for them all. For our Cavaliers, our Guardians, and athletes at all levels. Our team helps keep you in the game. As the best orthopedic care in Ohio, we offer expert diagnosis, personalized sports therapies, and game-changing surgeries. For every injury, for every athlete, for every care in the world. Schedule your care today.
At Joyce Buick GMC, we're receiving truckloads of new vehicles.
Check out our great selection of new and certified used cars and trucks.
For over 50 years, people have come from near and far.
For the best sales and service experience.
See us today for the lowest prices and great selection in stock.
And that's why people say,
drive Joyce, your friends and neighbors, Dale. Joyce Buick GMC, Chester Road, Avon.
And welcome back to North Ridgeville High School. St. Ed's versus the Rangers from North Ridgeville. Sectional baseball final. St. Ed's now up to bat. Top of the third, 1-0 Rangers, as Braden Page, the second baseman, will be leading off this inning.
Braden Page in his first at-bat lined out to the right fielder.
He was able to put good bat on ball, but just couldn't get it down enough as the first pitch of the inning. Slider in there for strike one.
As we said, the battery for North Ridgeville. Boyner, the pitcher. Troy Duke, the catcher.
Braden Page settling in. Shakes off. Gets his pitch. The 0-1. Fouled straight back into the backstop, and that almost goes back into fair territory. That could be considered a fair ball.
Not quite. 0-2 count, and it's a very important. Eagles need to get runners on base. They've only had, they've left 3 runners on base so far in the first 2 innings. 2 in the first and 1 in the second.
Yeah, Tome was able to get to third in the first inning, just couldn't get him home, and they haven't been able to get many runners home as we've been getting the guys on. Just unable to execute. And there's a spiked curveball for ball 1, and it goes to a 1-2 count.
This is where the batter's going to have to look. He's probably going to see fastball coming in down in the count 1-2.
The 1-2 chops to the shortstop. He's ranging in, gloves, throws off the bag, and that's going to go over in Braden. He's going to look to go to second, and he's going to go there safely standing up. He's going to get the base hit and an error on the throw by the shortstop.
So Yetzi getting the error, so that'll be an E6. And Braden Page advances to second base. And Danny Tome now getting instruction from first base coach Owen Donnellan to try to get the Eagles back on board. And an error here in the inning. And, Tome now is going to look to try to make up for that pass ball in the bottom half of the second inning.
Now the shortstop holding Page a little bit just behind him, but again, not much. The pitch to Tome, bunt. No, back picking him at second base, and Braden's going to go back in there safely. As now the bunt defense is going to be on for North Ridgeville as Tome looking to either advance him or get on base.
Third baseman playing at the cut of the grass, same as first base.
Second and short playing in just a little bit in their double play depth. Another bunt shows. Backs away, and another back pick to second base, and Braden's going to get back in there.
Boy, Troy Duke is being he's very aggressive from behind the plate as Braden Page getting that big lead, and they try that back pick over at second base.
Trying to catch him sleeping so far has not worked out as Tome. Now first baseman charging in, bunt. Again, 3-0. Tome very disciplined, whether it's with him swinging or with him bunting.
Well, the first baseman was coming in and was charging on the plate thinking that bunt's going to come down the line, and it goes to a 3-0 count for Danny Tome.
3-0 bunt shows again. Ball 4. All 4 of those pitches went inside as he just could not get that over the plate against Tome.
That is the second walk on the day by Jake Boyner. And with runners at first and second, that brings up the number 3 hitter, Carter Potts.
And now Duke going out to talk to Boyner, calm him down as number 2, Carter Potts, the senior, now up as his last at-bat. He struck out looking as Potts on the year hitting .384. Really good for in his last year with the Eagles.
Well, he's the Mars Hill commit going to play his college ball in North Carolina.
Division II.
Carter, one of the big team leaders for the Eagles of St. Ed's. Great young man, also a wide receiver on the state championship football team. So the Eagles will have runners at first and second, Chris.
I'm aware. Now big lead again for both runners. The first pitch, slider just missing high, and it'll go to a 1-0 count. That is the 5th ball in a row thrown by Boyner.
Eagles need to be disciplined here in this inning.
Ball 2. And you got to think they could be telling the guys, hey, take until you get a strike. I know that's what we do down on the JV if the guy hasn't been throwing as many strikes. take until you can get a strike. Big leads for Braden and Tome. The 2-0 spiked, kind of spiked, 3-0. As now Potts looks to draw the 4-pitch walk once again. His last at bat, he had a strikeout swinging. The 3-0 in there, strike one, painting the inside part of the zone. Three and one the count, nobody out, 1-0 North Ridgeville. The 3-1, ball four, and you have bases loaded now for Charlie Legerd.
Loretta coming in, as we said.
I completely fumbled that. He's hitting .236 on the year in 62 plate appearances. This is his 62nd plate appearance, and now the coach, pretty sure that is the pitching coach going out there to try and calm his pitcher down. Can't really tell.
Well, here's the situation, folks. The Eagles have bases loaded. They've had 2 consecutive walks when you look at it from Jake Boyner. Braden Page got on an error, advanced to second base on the error. Then Danny Tome got a 4-pitch walk, and Carter Potts now getting a 4-pitch walk. And this is a big opportunity for Loretic coming up to hit, as
in the last 9 pitches, he's thrown 1 strike. So that's got to be something for Loretic coming to look up. Just coming to the plate. Can't think of the words. Now, fielders go back to their positions. No one going to hold Carter on as you have corners in, middle infield playing their double play depth as they're just looking ball and play to score him.
Very important at bat with no outs for the Eagles.
First pitch, strike on the outside part of the plate, 0-1. As Loretta, like we said, hitting .236 on the year.
Got on the first inning on an error on the third baseman.
Ball in play. That is going to be caught by the right fielder, and Braden Page is going to tag up. Tome's tagging up as well, and now you have runners on the corners. Tie game at 1. As a job well done there by the DH Loretic, and that'll now bring up Matt Leschak, hitting .188 this year, as he's looking do more damage. Now you have the first and third defensive position on by the Rangers. Potts at first, Tome at third, Leschak at the plate. The pitch. Ball low, 1-0. He's thrown a lot of first pitch balls not only this inning, just in general.
The Eagles tying this game at 1 apiece here in the top half of the third inning. Big run needed by St. Ed's.
Ball 2, just outside.
Well, you looked at Boyner had the control in the first couple of innings, but in this inning, he has lost a bit of the control with those 2 walks in this game to load the bases.
Now we got runners on the first and third. 3-0, 3 straight balls.
Boyner on the year, 44 strikeouts, only 19 walks coming into this game. Very disciplined on the mound.
And this is kind of, from what it looks like, very uncharacteristic of him. Runner not in motion, but there's going to be a strike as Carter Potts was able to fake out the catcher.
Good boy, 2-1, come on, here we go.
As now you have a 3-1 count for Leschak, looking to drive in Danny Tome and advance Carter Potts as far as he can go. Strike 2 called on the outer part of the plate.
Or that one was a generous call, but a good close pitch as he painted that outside corner.
Full count pitch, runner in motion, fouls it off into the backstop as Carter stealing second. Now it is still a 3-2 count, 1 out, 1-1 score in the top of the third. Leschak, the pitch. Ball 4, bases loaded once again. And that'll bring up Grant Leschetka. Leschetka this year hitting .200 in his freshman year on varsity. You don't really see many freshmen on varsity as he is the only one.
Well, he has a 200 hitting percentage. He has a 365 on-base percentage, and that's the third walk in the inning for Jake Boyner.
Fouled back. I could have caught that.
Leo Bartolone coming on deck, going after the baseball, and hand it off to Tony Jordan, the home plate umpire.
Lasheka, the 0-1 pitch. Just outside. As the pitch is happening, it gets really quiet here, so now we can hear the umpire.
Come on, 2-1, here we go.
The pitch. Just missed outside on a good slider.
Good discipline by the young freshman, holding off on that slider on the upper part of the zone.
You would think he is an upperclassman with these good takes. 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2.
Oh, Boyner just came right back with that hard fastball. Can't get him with the breaking stuff. Just get him with the high heat.
2-2 runners, bases loaded. The pitch. Just missed ball 3, borderline call as he
in the second inning, but that was a big strikeout for Boyner with the bases loaded.
The pitch popped up, and that might get out foul, and it stays in play. Oh, and he can't. The third baseman can't bring it in, and that'll just be a long strike.
So that one went to the fence down the third base line, and then banana curled back in, and Albert was not able to get on it, and that gives a batter new life. And as a coach, you want to make sure of those outs. You don't want to give an extra pitch or an extra out to your opponent.
0-1. Ball missed high. Bartolone, another really disciplined plate hitter. As last year on the freshman team, he had a lot of walks last year and a lot of hits because of it.
Very disciplined batter up at the plate.
Fouled right into the ground, and that'll be a 1-2 count now for Bartolone as he resets, taking some swings.
As Christopher said earlier, he was called up from the JV squad just before the spring Florida trip for the Eagles because they were in need of some pitching, and he has maintained his position on that varsity roster.
Now Bartolone looking to drive in another run. The pitch fouled back again, and that's going to go into the pond once again.
Good approach there by Bartolone, staying with the breaking ball.
And he's looking to potentially drive it the other way. As we have been told by our hitting coaches here at St. Ed's, 2 strikes, you want to have that middle away approach, sit the breaking ball, but he comes back with a heater high for ball 2.
Oh, well, Bartolone thought about it. That one had that, oh yeah, we're going to swing, but he held off on it.
He noticed it wasn't dropping, so he was just like, I'm not going to take that one. The 2-2. Chopped first base side, and it's going to go foul as it took a wild hop off the turf because of the spin, and Bartolone again, new life. Still 2-2, bases still loaded. You got Tome at third, Carter Potts at second base, and Matt Leschek at first. 1-1 score, top of the third. 2-2 count with 2 outs. The pitch. Fouled back once again, and Bartolone with a great at-bat. 2-2. Fouled back again, and Leo will not lose this battle. He refuses to lose.
Oh, he's fouled off 3 in a row, and every pitch has been that slider or breaking ball. Very disciplined for the left-handed left fielder.
Trying to get under the skin of Boyer on the mound. The bench loves it. The 2-2. Again, fouled off 4 straight, as the umpire is going to run out of baseball soon.
Well, when you talk about it, you talked about it earlier, quality at-bats. When you get to a 2-2 count and you're fouling pitch after pitch off, that is a quality at-bat that you get in the stat book.
As you always, with 2 strikes, you always want to at least get 3 more pitches after that. And again, the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got him. Swinging. And that'll end this inning as we go to the bottom of the third. Tied at 1, and we will be right back on the Eagles Sports Network.
The St. Ed's Alumni Association is once again proud to sponsor the live stream broadcasts of your St. Edward Eagles. The Alumni Association acts as a liaison between alumni and the school while fostering moral, spiritual, and financial support for the continued growth of St. Edward High School. Together, we are St. Ed's.
Here at Joyce Buick GMC, our lot is beginning to get full again.
The selection of new Buicks and GMCs is the best it's been for a long time.
And we have many great GMC certified vehicles here and ready for delivery.
Come to Joyce Buick GMC now for great buys on new Buicks and GMCs.
Or a GM certified used SUV or truck.
Come see why we say,
drive Joyce, your friends and neighbors do.
Joyce Buick GMC, Chester Road, Avon.
And welcome back to North Ridgeville High School for this battle between the Eagles and the Rangers. 1-1 our score heading into the bottom of the third as St. Ed's with a really long inning able to lengthen out at bats. And now it's time to see what the Rangers can cook up for themselves against Max McClellan.
Bottom of the third inning for the Eagles.
McClellan, the first pitch of the inning. Ball one just missed. Is now up to bat. Gannon Padgett looks at ball two. Padgett on the year hitting .288 in 64 plate appearances with 15 hits on the year and just 5 walks. The 2-0. Ball three just missed, and it is a 3-0 count.
As we said, top of the order to be Padgett, Yetzi, and Padgett again. Gavin and Gannon. Gannon up at the plate.
Strike one looking as he most likely had the take sign on. 3-1 the count, no outs, bottom of the third. The pitch. Ball four missed high, and they got a runner on first early in this inning.
Well, we saw in the top half of the third inning how the walks were costly for North Ridgeville. It is going to be important for Max McClellan to really keep down the walks. This is his second walk of the day, but he also has 6 strikeouts on the day.
Now number 15, Easy up to bat. Yetzi. Back picks him. Oh, he tried to go for 2.
Well, the runner, Padgett, was halfway down the line, and Tome was throwing it all the way to second base. Tried to hold up, but that one kind of hit the turf going to second base. Just don't want to make an ill throw.
1-0 count as they're ready for the bunt. The pitch, no show, ball low, 2-0.
Danny Tome telling Max McClellan, hey, keep it low, keep it close to the zone. At third base is Lashutka. He's playing in front of the cut of the grass.
Middle infield double play depth. Fouled back into the backstop, and it is a 2-1 count. As that first pitch really threw off Max as he showed bunt, but he took the pitch.
Carson Yetzi, the shortstop.
Ball inside, 3-1, as now Max again struggling with command.
Tome tried to frame that one on the inside part, but Tony Jordan, the umpire, did not think so.
The 3-1, strike 2, and it is now a full count. Nobody out, a runner on first for the Rangers.
Oh, McClellan throwing in the mid-80s. The University of Central Florida commit.
The full count pitch. Just missed, ball 4, and now runners on first and second.
Very similar to the top half of the third inning for Boyner, getting a couple of walks, and McClellan now walking 2 as Gavin Padgett comes up to the plate, and pitching coach Scott Kaseric comes out to go talk to Max McClellan with runners at first and second here in the top half of the third inning with the game tied at 1.
Yeah, Gavin Padgett, he's hitting .386 on the year. But the big thing you want to look for, he has 10 walks on the year with 22 hits, 9 RBIs. As that could potentially be part of the strategy that Coach Kacerik's going out there to talk about. Now the infield breaking, going back to their positions as nobody out, 1-1 score, bottom of the third, first and second. You have Gannon Padgett on second base, and you have Carson Yezi on first. Gavin Padgett, 72 appearances on the year. Again, .386 batting average. Just
first missing up high, then missing low. He's just going to have to slow himself down, recompose, and just really look at that target that Tome is throwing to him.
2-0. Just missed again.
McClellan a little flustered after that pitch. Thought he had the low strike on the low part of the plate.
I think a lot of people thought he had that. The 3-0. Ball 4, walks, the bases loaded. As now going down to the bullpen for the Eagles, Henry Slavey, number 52, going down to potentially to start getting loose.
So Gavin Padgett at first, Carson Yetzi at second, Gannon Padgett at third, and that brings up Xavier Compton, the designated hitter.
Compton hitting .278, first pitch, strike, another delayed call.
Compton in his first at-bat struck out looking.
The 0-1 swing and a miss, strike 2, and this is huge for Max to get ahead in the count, 0-2.
Corners are playing in for the Eagles at third and first. Middle playing normal depth, double play depth.
The 0-2.
Just missing. Wow.
Missed.
And a good spot there and a good catch and spot for Tome behind the plate.
The 1-2. Fouled back in to the backstop, and we will repeat once again. As Compton on the year, 10 hits, 9 RBIs, has walked 14 times and has struck out 10 times, or 11 times. The 1-2, fouled right back to me.
Why didn't you catch it?
I didn't see it in time.
Always got to keep your eye on the ball.
We'll go with that I didn't see it in time.
North Ridgeville as a team hitting .266 on the season.
And now Max, 1-2. Strike 3 looking, got him.
That is a huge strikeout. Second backward K for Xavier Compton, and that brings up the second baseman, Adam Bright. And boy, the Eagles needed that out after 3 straight walks.
And that's got to be a huge relief for Max, as now you 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning. Fouled back for strike 1. For number 12, Adam Bright, who's hitting .348 on the year. As Max checking the runner at second, no play. Now looking back in for his sign. Shake first one, shakes the second one, gets the third one. The 0-1. Just missed again. Very tight zone for Max that he has to work with.
Well, he's been up in his pitches in this inning.
1-1. Ball in play. Hit to Leo. Leo backtracking. And he's going to make the catch. 2 outs and the runner from third will tag. We will not have a play at the plate. The Rangers take a 2-1 lead on a sacrifice fly by Adam Bright, as that is now his 17th RBI on the year. You have first and second now, but with 2 outs.
Well, those 3 walks by Max McClellan really hurt the Eagles, and then you get the sacrifice fly, and the Rangers go up 2-1 here in the third.
Ball 1 missed. As now Max, again, still kind of struggling with control.
He's been behind in the count in this inning.
The 1-0. Strike looking. 1-1 the count.
Looking at some of the folks that are here at the game, head football coach Tom Lombardo taking in St. Edward baseball action.
And you got a lot of the JV and freshman Eagles out to support their varsity brothers. Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Gipper singled and scored on a pass ball back in the second inning.
Gipper 244 on the year, 11 hits, 7 RBIs. As now he's back 1-2 count. Max. Timeout called by Gipper.
This is a big out for St. Ed's and a much needed with runners at first and second after giving up that run.
McClellan, the 1-2. Yes, he did. Strike 3, swinging, and that'll do it for the bottom of the third. The Rangers tack on another run, and they take a 2-1 lead as we will be right back on the Eagles Sports Network.
Being in St. Ed's has taught me how to become a leader and how to talk when I feel like I need to talk and say the things that I need to say.
Like, we call for leadership. Like, I know I have these talents, but I'm just gonna like kind of sit back and just let everything happen. Like, now I'm gonna step up and make it happen.
And I think Ed's does one of the best jobs around of allowing a person to make their own path here. If you want to be an individual that has an impact in this community, you have all the resources to do so. Wow, like this place wants me to be something great.
Attention alumni, Eagle Connect is your one-stop shop for all things St. Ed's. Whether you're looking to reconnect with classmates, professionally network, catch a live stream broadcast, or want to flip through your digital yearbook catalog, Eagle Connect has you covered. Sign up today at sehsconnect.net.
And welcome back to North Ridgeville High School as we get set for the top half of the fourth inning, as leading off for the Eagles will be David Zetz. Zetz on the year hitting 203.
No, it's Maley.
You said it was Zetz. You pointed to Zetz. That's on you. Maley.
Or that broadcast school's really paying off for you, buddy.
Oh, yeah, it is. The first pitch of the inning. Ball spiked into the turf. Ball 1. As Maley hitting 189 on the year.
As we said, Maley, the tight end on the football team, was out with an injury through most of the football season and just getting back into the swing of things for this spring, and really worked hard in the offseason to get that leg in very good strength for next year, for this year's baseball and football season.
It looks at strike 2 as Maley had a backward K his first at-bat, looking to get the Eagles rally started as they are down 2-1 in the top half of the fourth inning. The 1-2. Strike 3 looking. And that'll retire Maley, as that'll now bring up David Zetz.
Well, that one was pretty simple. I think Maley was looking for curveball, and Boyner, just came in and peppered the cheese on that fastball.
Zetz hitting 203 on the year. Looks at ball 1 outside, and he gets ahead in the count 1-0. As the third baseman, Yetzi, playing in on the cut of the grass. The rest of the field looking normal in their shift. Strike 1 really inside, as we were, from our angle, it kind of looks roughly the same as what Max was throwing.
Well, Zetz is really tight in on that inside part of the plate, and Boehner just came in with a nice inside fastball that backed off Zetz, and he was able to dot that inside corner of the plate.
Now Zetz. Time called by the batter.
Oh, you had 1 shake, 2 shake. A third, we'd get a milkshake.
The 1-1. Strike looking.
Oh, that hit the upper part of the zone. Zetz wasn't too happy with the call, and now he's facing a 1-2 count. He's going to have to come up with a very good approach here behind the count.
As he wants to foul off as many as he can, like Leo did in his last at-bat. Gets the pitch. Fouled back into the backstop again. 1 and 2. Or that went over the backstop, actually. 1 and 2, 1 out for David Zetz. Braden Page on deck for the Eagles. The 1-2. Ball inside as the curveball just missed. 2 and 2.
Boehner with 6 strikeouts in the ball.
The 2 fouls off as that was another breaking ball, and he was able to keep the bat in there long enough to foul it off. The sophomore.
He lined out in his first at-bat, got on an error, and scored back in the 3rd inning.
He's hitting 171 on the year, 7 hits, 7 RBIs as he looks to get another hit. Looks at a first pitch ball on the slider.
Page mixing time between the varsity and the JV. Will do some pitching on the JV level.
Page, the 1-0. Looks at ball 2, spiked into the turf. 2-0 count for number 9.
Now my question is, when you're playing on dirt and you're in the batter's box, you kind of kick the dirt around. What's the sense of kicking the rubber pellets around?
Routine. Ooh, ball inside, really inside, according to Braden's body language.
Well, again, Eagles very tight on that inside part of the batter's box, and there Boehner throwing a nice inside pitch on that line.
Page the pitch. 3-1 the count. As Braden looks to work the walk and get some business going for the Eagle offense. The 3-1 pitch. Ball 4 looking, and that'll be a 5-pitch walk. And now number 22, Daniel Tome, up to bat.
Tome, the catcher, walked in his first 2 at-bats. Was not able to get in and score. Tome, left-handed hitter, behind the plate for the Eagles all season long.
Swing and a miss. His first pitch he sees. Healthy hack there by Double Deuce. Now
Eagles down 2-1 right now.
Page on first. He's being held by Nick Mealy. Back picked, and he's going to be in there safely.
Not much of a hard throw there by Boehner, and Braden Page was able to get back very safely.
Trying to get the uniform a bit dirty. And Tome looks at strike 2, and it'll be an 0-2 count with 2 outs. Tome looking to do some damage here. Facing an 0-2 count with 2 outs. Eagles down by 1. The pitch. Swung on, up the middle, right to the second baseman. They're going to get the force out at second, and that will retire the Eagles offense for the top half of the 4th. As we go to the bottom of the 4th, Eagles still trailing by 1.
For every just one more mile to your next ace on the court. When you have a sports-related injury, Cleveland Clinic is here for them all. For our Cavaliers, our Guardians, and athletes at all levels. Our team helps keep you in the game. As the best orthopedic care in Ohio, we offer expert diagnosis, personalized sports therapies, and game-changing surgeries. For every injury, for every athlete, for every care in the world. Schedule your care today.
North Ridgeville up 2-1 here as we go to the bottom half of the 4th inning. Max McClellan still on the mound for the Eagles. As we have a score update in the Avon versus Strongsville match. 1-0 Avon, top of 5, just about to get started. Alex Elbert, Jake Boehner, and Nick Mealy to lead off the 4th inning. What do you think Max needs to do in this 4th inning to prevent any more runs going across?
Well, he's got to get strikes. He started off that 3rd inning with 3 straight walks, and then he was able to get a strikeout, but then the sacrifice fly cause the run to go across the plate for the North Ridgeville Rangers. He is going to have to come up and really just start dotting the plate a little bit more, getting those first pitch strikes. Very important to get ahead of the count as Oberg warming up.
That's Henry Slaby.
Or Henry Slaby getting warmed up in the bullpen. And the first batter will be Alex Albert, the third baseman.
Ball in play, and that is going to go just foul. It's kind of hard to see, so we're going to go off of what the players are doing on the field.
Well, that one was slicing down the first base line, and it went foul in right field, and that gives Albert new life.
And it's just a long strike for Max as he wants to get ahead in these at-bats. Did he go? No, he did not go, says the field umpire Adam Banbury. The 1-1. Just missed 2-1.
You heard Tony Jordan, the home plate umpire, says 2 wide on that pitch.
The 2-1. Again, just missed, same spot.
Well, you see Max really working very quickly, trying to keep the hitters off kilter.
3-1. Fly ball, shallow center, and that is going to get down for a base hit. Elbert with his first hit on the day, and the Rangers back in business.
Oh, Zetz misplayed that one. He went back on it, and that ball really just died as it went to center field, and that is going to be just the second hit of the ball game for the North Ridgeville Rangers.
Yeah, although it is 2-1, Max has been pitching really well. It's just the walks is what killing this Eagle defense. Swing and a miss. Healthy hack there on a really good fastball to Boyner, the pitcher.
Boyner got the other hit in the ball game for the Rangers.
Strike 2 looking on the inside part of the dish. 0-2 now for Boyner. 135 on the year. 0-2 pitch. Popped up, and that is going to go foul out of the ballpark. And we will repeat the 0-2. On deck for the Rangers, Mealy. Nick Mealy. Ball just missed. I thought that was a strike call. Can't really tell the difference between the strike and the ball call.
That one just missing up high. Just missing up high, just a tad bit.
Body movements really delayed, so it's hard to tell. And right to Lasheka, and he's not going to double him up, but they're going to get the line out. As that was a softly hit liner right to Grant at third base. Tried doubling him up, just couldn't get him, and that'll bring up Nick Mealy.
Well, there Albert wasn't really far off the line, off the base to get the double up.
Ball one as you hear Tome yelling, bunt, bunt, bunt. And now you have Lashetka playing in on the grass. Middle infield still in the double play depth. Les Jack holding the runner at first. Ball 2 just missed, 2-0 now.
We've seen in these last couple of innings McClellan really missing up high.
And it's especially when they show the bunt. Strike 1 looking, 2-1 the count.
As we said, Slaby working in the St. Ed's bullpen.
And time was called, and there's going to be a balk. As working just a little bit too fast.
Oh, we talked about that just moments ago, that in this inning he was really working fast, did not come to that complete spot, that complete stop, and the balk advances the runner over to second base. In scoring position once again.
2-1. Fouled back, 2-2.
Good at-bat there.
This is a really good at-bat.
For Nick Mealy, who struck out his last time up.
Yep. The 9-hitter for the Rangers. Gannon Padgett due up next. The pitch. No, he did not, and that'll fill up the count to 3-2.
Oh, Max is going to really just have to go in. He can't be cute with the pitch. He might have to go mano a mano and throw that fastball.
Max, the full count pitch. Did he go?
Nope.
No, he held up, and that'll be ball 4. First and second, 1 out for the leadoff hitter, Gannon Padgett. He's hitting .288.
That's the 4th walk on the day by McClellan.
As Padgett, last at-bat, he walked. First at-bat, he had a backward K. As now McClellan looks to work out of this jam. The pitch shows the bunt, but throws it in there for a strike.
Well, the reason they're showing the bunt is they want to try to get the third baseman in and have the runner able to get over to third base very easily with no coverage.
And now Tone putting on a bunt defense, it looks like.
He'll call the defensive sign for the bunt play.
0-1, not showing, missed high. And like I said, anytime they've showed the bunt, Max can't locate the fastball for a strike.
Well, he's been missing up high, and he's been doing that as Slaby now coming back in from the bullpen.
The 1-1 to Padgett. He's holding, and he's going to make the batter call time. If this was the MLB with the pitch clock, the batter would have one more timeout to call. Oh, no, he wouldn't have any more timeouts. And now Max. Strike 2 looking. Gannon Padgett. Behind in the count, 1-2. The pitch. No, good block by Tome as to not let the runner advance as he spiked that off-speed pitch.
This could possibly be the last batter that McClellan sees.
2-2 count. Checking the runner at second base.
Eagles desperately need an out with 1 out here when runners at first and second.
Still can turn the double play as the pitch. Fouled off again. Not a full count. Still 2-2.
Well, McClellan can't be too cute.
He's got to throw it right to him. The pitch. Strike 3 looking. 2 away. Huge strikeout for McClellan. Backward K once again, and that will be strikeout number 7 for Max. Now that'll bring up number 15, Yezi, the shortstop.
Yetzi.
I'm horrible with names. Strike 1 looking.
Oh, that last strikeout was huge for the Eagles and Max McClellan.
Still a 2-1 game. North Ridgeville leading here in the bottom of the 4th. McClellan, 3 2/3 innings pitched. Timeout by Yetzi.
Yahtzee, you got it right.
Oh, man.
You sure you want to work games with me, buddy boy?
Yeah. 0-1. The pitch. Ball just low, and that'll even up the count.
I'll tell you this one. It's just fun when you can work a game with your son. 2, when you can work your coaching in the St. Edward community.
Fly ball, that's going to go foul out of the ballpark, as you were saying.
It was fun coaching you last year. Now I don't have to coach you anymore because you went up to the JV level, and I'm still coaching on the freshman level.
I could pass as a freshman.
Freshmen will be back in action tomorrow at BW against Revere at 5 o'clock if you care to head down to watch some freshman baseball.
I will also be streaming the game potentially with my basketball partner, Sean Garlock. Max shakes off, gets the pitch. 1-2, 2 outs. The pitch. Ball missed, and it looked like that was a changeup that just missed the zone. Now Max just evening out the mound. Maybe too many turf pellets. The 2-2. Fouled off again, and we'll do it again. as another great at-bat by Yezi. 2-2, 2 outs. 2-1, North Ridgeville, bottom of the fourth. Max gets the sign. Set. Looks back. The pitch. No, he held up, and that was just missing on a good slider there. Full count. This is a huge pitch in the inning for Max.
Well, that was a good hold up there by Yetzi.
That's all you could ask for. That is textbook. Full count, big pitch in the inning. Runners go. Ball 4 missed, and that'll load the bases for Max McClellan.
And key for Max, walks in this, 5 walks in the last 2 innings, 6 total.
And now that'll bring up Evan Paget. Jam the pitch. Ball, and that's going to plug the gap, and they're going to hold the runner at third, and it'll now be 3-1 North Ridgeville.
Well, you got to wonder, did you keep Max McClellan in? One batter too many. A single comes in, and now North Ridgeville comes in as Coach Kasaric finally comes out to make the pitching change, and that one now with a 3-1 lead. You got to wonder, Max McClellan struggled 6 walks in the last 2 innings. Was he just one pitch, one batter too late in making that change? And the Eagles, it's a costly run for the Eagles as they now down 3-1 as McClellan will end his day, but he has all the runners on the bags that will be credited to him.
Henry Slaby now going into pitch. Max, 3 2/3 innings with 3 earned runs on the day. And with the pitching change, we are going to take this quick timeout on the Eagles Sports Network.
At Joyce Buick GMC, we're receiving truckloads of new vehicles.
Check out our great selection of new and certified used cars and trucks.
For over 50 years, people have come from near and far.
For the best sales and service experience.
See us today for the lowest prices and great selection in stock.
And that's why people say,
Drive Joyce, your friends and neighbors, Dale.
Joyce Buick GMC, Chester Road, Avon.
Being in St. Ed has taught me how to become a leader and how to talk when I feel like I need to talk and say the things that I need to say.
Like, we call for leadership. Like, I know I have these talents, but I'm just gonna like kind of sit back and just let everything happen. Like, now I'm gonna step up and make it happen.
And I think Ed's does one of the best jobs around of allowing a person to make their own path here. If you want to be an individual that has an impact in this community, you have all the resources to do so. Wow, this place wants me to be something great.
Bom, bom, bom.
Welcome back to North Ridgeville High School as there is a pitching change made. Henry Slaby, number 52, coming in for Max McClellan. He finishes 3 2/3 innings with 3 earned runs given up.
Henry Slaby coming into the game with a 2.2 ERA. He started 8 games. He's had 9 games played. He's given up 34 hits, 18 runs. He struck out 62 and walked 15.
And now the big man, number 24, Reynolds, looks like it's going to be a pinch hitter. Ball 1 missed. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 3-1 North Ridgeville.
Reynolds going in for Compton.
He's hitting .412 on the year.
And he struck out twice, Compton did.
Strike 1 at the knees of the big man. 1-1 count for Slaby. Slaby the pitch. Strike 2 looking. and now looks to work out of this jam that was made. 1-2, 2 outs, bottom of the fourth. Slaby getting the sign from Tome. Time called by Reynolds. Reynolds on the year, 7 hits, 6 RBIs, 3 doubles, and 3 walks, but with 6 strikeouts. Slaby, the pitch. Fouled back into the backstop. And usually when you foul it back into the backstop, that does sometimes mean you're on time, but that also means you are very close to missing that pitch. So the Rangers are on our pitchers, but they are really close to missing it. Slaby, the 1-2, ball high. 2-2 as he just completely let loose and missed that one. Henry Slaby looking in for the sign. Shakes off. Gets the sign, but a time called by Reynolds. And Slaby taking his time up there. Doesn't want to work too fast. Slaby gets the sign. Gets in the set. The pitch. Missed with the breaking ball that just slipped out of his hands. And that will fill up the count. Full count. Huge pitch in the inning. I've said that a lot today. Full count. 2 outs.
Runners are going to move.
Runners are moving. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him. Slaby strikes him out and will retire him as we head to the top half of the 4th inning. Eagles down by 2, and we will take this timeout on the Eagles Sports Network.
Attention alumni, Eagle Connect is your one-stop shop for all things St. Ed's. Whether you're looking to reconnect with classmates, professionally network, catch a live stream broadcast, or want to flip through your digital yearbook catalog, Eagle Connect has you covered. Sign up today at sehsconnect.net.
For every just one more mile to your next ace on the court. When you have a sports-related injury, Cleveland Clinic is here for them all. For our Cavaliers, our Guardians, and athletes at all levels. Our team helps keep you in the game. As the best orthopedic care in Ohio, we offer expert diagnosis, personalized sports therapies, and game-changing surgeries. For every injury, for every athlete, for every care in the world. Schedule your care today.
And welcome back to North Ridgeville High School. Top of the 5th, Eagles down 3-1 as there is a pitching change made. Adam Bright, the second baseman, will come in to pitch for the Rangers. As now it looks like Gavin Padgett will move from left field to second base, and Nick Mealy will move from first base to left field. And also, number 21, Jake Boyner, the pitcher, will move to first base.
As we get set for the top half of the 5th inning, Adam Mendoza back with you. Thank you to Christopher Mendoza for calling innings number 3 and 4. Eagles finding themselves down 3-1. Max McClellan, 97 pitches in that outing, 53 strikes with a 54% strike percentage. For the Eagles here in the top half of the 5th, it'll be Carter Potts, Charlie Loretic, and Matt Leaschak hitting for the Eagles down 3-2. And North Ridgeville.
Ground ball to the third baseman.
There's the throw. And out by Albert. 5-3 is the play. And in to pitch is Bright with a .85 ERA.
In 33 innings pitched.
He has 46 strikes, 25 walks. Brings up Charlie Loretic. Got on an error in the first inning. Sacrificed fly in the third. As Bright missing that one up high. 3-1 in that inning so far. in the second, third, and fourth, the Rangers getting a run in each inning. That one in there for a strike. Evens the count at 1-1. Loretic on the year, hitting .236 for the St. Edward Eagles and Coach Jim Clark. That one, breaking ball into the turf, picks up a couple of pellets as Troy Duke, the Mount Union commit, picking up that one. Last we had it was Avon.
Last we had it, Avon up 1-0 top of 5. I am looking for a score update. The pitch. Ball hit high, not too deep, and the right fielder is going to camp under it and make the play 2 away.
Well, 2 up, 2 down as Gipper comes up to make the catch. And that will bring up Matt Leschak, the pitcher, or the first baseman. Struck out his first time out, walked and was stranded over at first base in the third inning as we are in the top half of the fifth. And Bright, the new pitcher for the North Ridgeville Rangers, making quick work of Eagle hitters this afternoon here in the fifth inning. That one in there on the outside part of the plate for a strike as Leschak now down in the count 0-1. Eagles getting their lone run in the third inning. That one in the dirt. Good pickup there by Duke. Count evens up at 1-1. Still 2 outs here in the top half of the fifth inning. Bright looks for the sign, working primarily out of the stretch. That one lifted foul in the third base side, out of play. A youngster will go on the chase for that one. Adam Mendoza along with Christopher Mendoza here on the Eagles Sports Network. Sectional playoff action. The winner will take on Avon or Strongsville next Tuesday at Baldwin Wallace. That game's set for a 2 o'clock start. This one hit right up the middle, a base hit for the Eagles, a much-needed base hit. As Leschak gets his first hit, and that is only the second hit of the game for the St. Edward Eagles, as they have struggled a bit this year hitting the baseball. They are .231 hitting, only 6 triples, 27 doubles.
Now Grant Leschak, the young freshman, here looking to advance him.
Singled his first time, struck out back in the fourth. That one missing on the breaking ball. As we said, Leschak, the freshman, struck out in the third, singled, and was left on second base back in the second inning. Eagles will have a runner at first. Need a much-needed run here in inning number 5. That one in there, hitting the upper part of the zone for a strike, and evens the count at 1-1. The young freshman, right side of the plate, deep in the box as Bright delivers. That one missing on the fastball on the outside part of the plate. Bright looking in to Duke for the sign. Runner at first. Leschak not big of a lead for the big man himself. He could just fall over and get back to first. That one missing up high. Goes a 2-1 on the count from Tony Jordan. Make it 3-1 as the scoreboard the scoreboard was behind a bit.
You taught me. Never look at the scoreboard.
Bright coming in from the stretch. Rocks and delivers. Fouls that one. That'll make it a 3-2 count.
Full count pitch, 2 outs. Huge pitch coming up for the Eagle offense.
2 outs here in the top of the fifth. They quickly went down, and there's a timeout being called.
You can hear the Eagle bench kind of starting to get a bit loud. The pitch.
This one is lifted right field. It'll be camped underneath there by Gipper, and he makes the catch. Eagles send up 4 to the plate, but not able to muster up any offense. And that'll be the end of the top half of the fifth inning. Eagles still down 3-1.
At St. Ed's, students are empowered to grow in their faith, achieve personal excellence, make lifelong friends, and fulfill the virtues of student leadership. No matter who you are, you'll always be empowered to be your best at St. Edward High School. Contact the Office of Admissions at 216-521-2204.
Here at Joyce Buick GMC, our lot is beginning to get full again.
The selection of new Buicks and GMCs is the best it's been for a long time.
And we have many great GMC certified vehicles here and ready for delivery.
Come to Joyce Buick GMC now for great buys on new Buicks and GMCs.
Or a GM certified used SUV or truck. Come see why we say,
Drive Joyce, your friends and neighbors do.
Joyce Buick GMC, Chester Road, Avon.
Well, as we head towards the bottom half of the fifth inning for the North Ridgeville Rangers, it'll be Bright, Gipper, and Albert up to the plate as Henry Slaby coming in relief for Max McClellan. McClellan ended the day with not many at-bats remaining as the Eagles find themselves down 3-1. That one missing low by Slaby once again. As we said, Slaby on the year, 62 strikeouts, 15 walks. That one in there for a strike. Count goes to 3-1 on Bright. Speaking of bright sunny day here in North Ridgeville. That one fouled off the bat, off the head of Tome, and into the backstop.
He's got a hard head.
Well, he is a kicker. They have a hard head.
He naturally has a hard head.
3-2 count now to Bright. This one is skied high in the infield. Lesjak coming in to make the catch.
Have you ever seen the movie 42?
Yes, I have.
Is that a home run?
Oh, stop. Stop.
For those of you who don't know the quote, if you're playing in an elevator shaft.
Wow, he's picking up the movie quote. Wonder where he got that from.
I'm turning into you. I know certain people won't be happy about that.
Slaby missing on that first pitch as Tome sent to the outside. One out here in the bottom of the fifth inning, but North Ridgeville is leading it 3-1. Brennan Gipper, the right fielder, singled his first time up, struck out his second. That one missing there for 2-0 count. Slaby out of the windup with the big 52 on his back. Rocks and fires in there for a strike. Evens the count. That one missing on the outside part. Count goes to 3-1. How many times has Mr. Gipper heard in his young life, if you've watched the movie Win One for the Gipper?
I've never watched that.
Ronald Reagan played the Gipper.
There are some movies I have seen and some I haven't.
That one's a little bit older. This one, a ground ball back up off Slaby's glove. He'll fire it over, and they get the out.
Yeah, Slaby, that one just took a weird hop off the turf, hit the top of his glove, but he was able to knock it down enough to still get him at first base.
Alex Albert, the third baseman, now coming up to hit. He is 1 for 2 on the day, struck out back in the second inning, singled and scored in the fourth, as that one in there for a strike. Eagles down 3-1 as North Ridgeville with a run in the second, third, and fourth inning.
Now Slaby ahead in the count, 0-2, looking to retire him.
Slaby getting the sign from Tome. Now a timeout as Albert has to back off a bit. Too much time. He decided, let me get a timeout called, and that one high in the zone, fouled back into the backstop.
And we could see how far out Tome was sitting or squatting so he can try and get that outer part of the strike zone.
0-2 pitch. That one missing low. Just low.
Good slide piece there by Slaby.
Slaby rocks, fires.
Got him.
Ring him up. Turn the mower on. That's a strikeout. And that is the end of the 5th inning. 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. North Ridgeville 3, St. Ed's 1 will go to the top of the 6th after this timeout on the Eagles Sports Network.
Being in St. Ed's has taught me how to become a leader and how to talk when I feel like I need to talk and say the things that I need to say.
Like, we call for leadership. Like, I know I have these talents, but I'm just gonna like kind of sit back and just let everything happen. Like, now I'm gonna step up and make it happen.
And I think Ed's does one of the best jobs around of allowing a person to make their own path here. If you want to be an individual that has an impact in this community, you have all the resources to do so. Wow, like this place wants me to be something great.
Attention alumni, Eagle Connect is your one-stop shop for all things St. Ed's. Whether you're looking to reconnect with classmates, professionally network, catch a live stream broadcast, or want to flip through your digital yearbook catalog, Eagle Connect has you covered. Sign up today at sehsconnect.net.
Well, as we head towards the top half of the 6th inning, it'll be Bartolone, Maley, and Zetz up to hit for the Eagles, down 3-1. Bartolone 0 for 2 with a sac bunt and a strikeout in this game. Takes a first pitch strike. Oh, 0-1 count as Bright ahead on the count. Breaking ball, that's going to sneak by the second baseman for a base hit.
Attaboy, Leo, I see you. He's able to get the hits when he needs to, and we have a pinch hitter, it looks like, coming in. Colin Ashdown, the 2023 St. Ed's Man of the Year.
So Ashdown will hit for Drew Maley. Eagles get a much-needed hit, only their 3rd hit of the ball game. Well, it looks like the umpire tossing.
Did he toss someone?
I guess he did toss somebody out.
Okay. Well, wasn't us. Let's go, 10. I can say that with confidence.
All right, so Colin Ashdown is going to hit for Maley. Maley struck out twice in the ballgame. Bartolone over at first base. After the single, Adam Bright, the pitcher in relief for Boyner, here in the ballgame. Ashdown hitting 182. Bartolone gets back safely on the back pick as Ashdown was looking for the bunt. Ashdown tied in on the box on the right-hand side. Bright pitches, reaches, nothing, and they've got the pickoff in there as Bartolone was caught in a pickle, and he is going to get taken down. So the reach on the bunt attempt goes for naught. Then Bartolone is caught in the rundown for the second out, or for the first out of the inning. So the bunt attempt not made by Ashdown, and that kind of bites the Eagles as the hit by Bartolone goes for naught as he gets picked off in the rundown. So now Ashdown's going to have to restart the offense for the Eagles. Swings on a breaking ball, and the count goes to 1-2. You can see the frustration on the face of Ashdown as he was not able to get that bunt down. 1-2 on the count for Ashdown. As Christopher said, he is the St. Edward Eagle Man of the Year, the senior. Another breaking ball. Bright thought he got him chasing on that last one. Why not throw it again?
I could see it in the eyes of Ashdown when he was looking. He wanted that pitch.
David Zetz is on deck, the number 9 hitter. 2-2 count here in the 6th inning.
Oh.
Fastball got him. Ashdown goes down looking. Second out of the inning. That brings up David Zetz, who's 0 for 2 on the day. The infield for North Ridgeville. Third baseman playing even with the bag. Middle is normal depth. Another breaking ball by Bright. Goes in there for a ball. Zetz going out early with a 1-0 count. Braden Page on deck. Three to 1 North Ridgeville here in the 6th. That one missing low.
Wind's making it a bit more chilly out here.
Yeah, I might have to break out my jacket again.
Oh, I already did.
Yesterday was a brisk day. Felt like fall weather instead of mid-May as that pitch goes up high.
This morning it felt like winter.
Well, this morning we had 35 degrees and a frost and big change in the weather. But if you go about 10 miles south of here, it's probably in the 70s.
Lucky them.
Oh, that one there inside part of the plate. And really the umpire, Tony Jordan, has been consistent on that inside part of the plate count.
He has.
Nothing to argue there about.
Nope.
Bright rocks and delivers out of the stretch. Breaking ball and another strike.
He's just painting the zone right now. He's starting to turn into Bob Ross.
I like paint by numbers myself.
I like Bob Ross.
Bright pitches. Zetz hits it to the shortstop. Yetzi throws him out.
Dang.
3 up, 3 down as we head towards the bottom of the 6th inning. North Ridgeville leads it 3-1. We'll take this time out on the Eagles Sports Network.
For every just one more mile to your next ace on the court. When you have a sports-related injury, Cleveland Clinic is here for them all. For our Cavaliers, our Guardians, and athletes at all levels. Our team helps keep you in the game. As the best orthopedic care in Ohio, we offer expert diagnosis, personalized sports therapies, and game-changing surgeries. For every injury, for every athlete, for every care in the world. Schedule your care today.
Well, as we head towards the bottom of the 6th inning, it'll be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Boehner, Mealy, and Paget for the North Ridgeville Rangers as they lead it 3-1. They scored a run in the 2nd, run in the 3rd, and a run in the 4th to take a 3-1 lead. The Eagles' lone run in the 3rd inning.
Luke Godlewski looks like warming up down in the pen for the Eagles as he's looking to come in after this inning, hopefully to close out the offense. And as long as the Eagles can get something going on offense and defense, he will come in.
So as we head towards the bottom of the 6th inning, Jake Boehner, the pitcher, singled his first time up, lined out to the third baseman, his second, and that one goes in for a ball here on the first pitch from Henry Slaby. This one is lifted foul.
Oh, I can't catch that.
I still can't find it. Oh, I hear it. It bounced behind us. Yeah. That is the worst thing when you hear it, you look up and you can't find it, and you're just dreading for it to come down and knock you on the noggin.
Don't worry, I'll protect you. I'll try. I'm not an outfielder.
That one in the dirt, blocked by Danny Tome. Count goes to 2-1. As we said, Boyner started the game as the pitcher, singled and was stranded at third in the second, lined out. Hits one to Lashutka, picks it up easily, tosses it over the diamond for the out.
The freshman with the putout. Love to see that.
5-3 on the putout, and that brings up the first baseman, Nick Mealy.
There you go. Sometimes English is difficult.
Sometimes my mouth doesn't want to work in a proper way. And
no, it's English. English is too difficult.
Swing and a miss on a big high fastball there by Slaby. Mealy is 0 for 1 in the game. He walked and was stranded at third in the fourth, and he struck out back in the second, and a quick strike again.
Strike two looking on a good slider on the outer part of the zone.
Slaby with the glove high in front of his face. He'll rock and fire. That one is fouled away behind us here at North Ridgeville High School.
Track.
Temperatures starting to dip a bit here. Wind also picking up and
making it a bit chillier. Ball one just missed high.
Temperature dropped down to 59 degrees here.
That's too cold.
Feels like 57.
That's too cold.
This one is popped up in the left center field. Bartolone makes the grab as he runs over to left center field to make the catch.
Attaboy. The range on that play. He had to go from left field to center field on that one.
That was a big catch there by Leo Bartolone as he had to track that one down for the young sophomore. Brings up 2 outs here in the bottom of the sixth, and that brings up the number 1 hitter, Gannon Paget. Paget struck out back in the first inning, walked and scored in the third, struck out in the fourth.
Called strike, first pitch on the inside part of the plate.
Slaby gets him to swing on an outside low pitch.
That's a sword.
Slaby now with a 1-1 count. Here comes the pitch. This one is going to be a base hit to right field. That is going to get past the right fielder as Paget going over to 2, looking for 3. He's got that one in. Here's the cutoff, and not in time as Paget comes up with a triple down the right field line.
Great opposite field hit by Paget. And a great relay by Braden Page from Maley, just couldn't get him in time.
Paget with his first triple of the year, and that is only the 3rd triple of the year, and that brings out pitching coach Scott Kasarik to talk to Henry Slaby and
Luke Godlewski warming up in the pen.
And we'll have to see if he is going to take Slaby out or just have a little bit of a conversation in hopes of just trying to get it. Got 2 outs here in the inning. So the big triple there by Gannon Paget brings up Carson Yetzi.
Slaby going to stay in the game, just talking to his guy, telling him to relax, just throw strikes. Easier said than done, however.
Well, after the big triple there by Gavin Paget, and with 2 outs, Eagles can ill afford another run to come across the plate.
Big words.
Slaby rocks, fires. That one missing high. Count goes to 1-0 on Carson Yetzi. He has walked 3 times today. That one up high again, missing. 2-0 the count.
He is very disciplined up there at the dish.
On-base percentage is really going to go up if he gets a 4th walk in this game.
Oh, yeah.
This one grounded to Carter Potts. Picks it up, throws it over to first.
Got him.
And no, they're going to say that pulled Leschak off the base.
Couldn't get back in time to tag him. Oh, no.
And that'll score another run for the Eagles. That will be a throwing error on Potts. So a run here in the 6th, and the Rangers now go up 4-1. Costly throw by Potts, pulling Leschak off the base, and the run will count 4-1 North Ridgeville. That one missing high as Gavin Paget comes up, struck out in the first inning, walked in the 3rd, singled in the 4th. Slaby out of the stretch, looks over to first base, looks for the sign. He'll rock and fire. This one lifted high in the infield. Carter pouts underneath it to make the catch for the third out of the inning.
Redeems himself from the throwing error, but now the Eagles got to get the bats hot right now.
Well, the Eagles give up 1 run on 1 huge hit, the 4th for the Rangers. 1 error in the game for their 2nd, and they leave 2 on base. North Ridgeville 4, St. Ed's 1 will take this time out on the Eagles Sports Network.
At Joyce Buick GMC, we're receiving truckloads of new vehicles.
Check out our great selection of new and certified used cars and trucks.
For over 50 years, people have come from near and far.
For the best sales and service experience.
See us today for the lowest prices and great selection in stock.
And that's why people say,
Drive Joyce, your friends and neighbors, Dale.
Joyce Buick GMC, Chester Road, Avon.
Well, as we head towards the top half of the 7th inning, the Eagles need to get 3 runs to keep this game going as they are down 4-1. It'll be the top of the order for the Eagles. Page, Tome, and Potts. For St. Ed's here in the 7th inning. Braden Page is 0 for 1 in the game. He lined out in the 1st inning, got on an error and scored the lone run for the Eagles and walked in the 4th inning. The young sophomore will face Adam Bright here in the top half of the 7th inning. Third baseman creeping in. That pitch goes in low. Game was tied at 1 going into the 3rd inning. But then a run in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th for the Rangers as Braden Page lifts this one up. It's going to be a long run for the center fielder, and it drops, and Page is going to take off to second base. Nobody there on a smart move.
Brilliant base running by Braden Page. Absolutely love it. As that one got caught in the wind stream, dropped for the base hit. Notice there was nobody at second base. He's got the speed to beat it out, and he did.
So Page is on second base on the short fly ball. That one could have been either the second baseman or the shortstop to make the catch. It falls into the grass, and Page is at second base with Danny Tome up to the plate. He's walked twice, 0 for 1 on the day. That one in there for a strike. Eagles needing runs here in the top half of the 7th inning. Down 4-1. That one up high missing. Count goes to 1-1. Carter Potts on deck, the senior. Tome, the junior, up at the plate from the left side of the box.
Page, the sophomore, at second base. Lesheka, the freshman, in the hole, I believe.
That one fouled away on the breaking ball. Count goes to 1-2 here in the 7th inning. Nobody out for the Eagles. Page getting up to second base after the looping fly ball bounced in between 3 players. Bright looks back, delivers. That one fouled away as Tome trying to keep alive here, and he does, as the count goes to 1-2.
Double deuce. Danny Tome.
As we said, Tome grounded out back in the 4th inning, walked twice. The pitch. Down low, 2-2 the count for Danny Tome. 2-2, 2-2 on the back of the jersey. Adam Bright looking back at Page over at second base. He comes in and delivers. High breaking ball up top. Count now goes to 3-2. Here with no outs. Top of the 7th inning. Eagles down 4-1.
The Eagle faithful starting to make some noise here.
Bright, the right-handed pitcher, looks over to second base. He'll fire a breaking ball and misses as Tome will get his third walk of the day. And the Eagles now with runners at first and second, and that brings up Carter Potts. Potts struck out back in the 1st inning, walked in the 3rd, and grounded out to the 3rd baseman back in the 5th inning. Tome at first, Page at second, Potts, the senior, up to plate. The Mars Hill College commit. Breaking ball in there for a strike as he looks at that one. Top of the 7th inning. Eagles looking to keep the season alive. Down by 3. Adam Bright looking. The right-hander fires. Missing outside. Count goes to 1-1.
Carter taking a deep breath, getting the signs from Coach Kasarik at third base.
Shadows starting to creep in behind home plate into the batter's box. But pitcher's mound fully bright and sunny. Fouls that one back. Count goes to 1-2.
Coach Clark giving him some motivation.
Well, he told him good approach there now. Work on the good approach. Runners at first and second for the Eagles. 1-1 count on Carter Potts. Bright delivers.
Oh,
big breaking ball for a strikeout. Boy, did he pull the string on that one.
Now the DH up to bat, looking to bring home Braden Page from second base.
Charlie Loretic now coming in. Loretic got on an error in the first inning, sacrificed to right field in the third, and popped up to the right fielder in the 5th inning. Eagles with 2 runners on base. Page at second, Tome at first. Bright delivers. That one on the outside part of the plate for a strike. You look at North Ridgeville, they have been very good at their first pitch strikes this afternoon. Really getting ahead of the hitters. 0-1 count. Bright looks over, rocks, fires. Just getting that one in there for a strike. 0-2. Watch for the breaking ball or some slider.
He's been painting the outside edge. You want to think, as a pitcher in my eyes, to go inside.
Bright looks in, throws. Breaking ball, tried to get that slider on the outside part of the plate, and that one misses. 1-2 the count. Bright looking. Page bounces back. High fastball on the inside, or breaking ball on the inside part. Count goes to 2-2 as Loretic had to turn that shoulder in to avoid the ball.
As you said, Page dancing at second base, trying to get the pitcher to balk.
1 out here in the 7th inning. Eagles down 4-1. This one filed right above us, and
almost got another haircut.
Yeah, that mullet you're rocking needs a little trim there.
Still beautiful.
2-2 the count. 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Runners at first and second for the Eagles. Adam Bright for the Rangers. Fires. Breaking ball. That one's going to be hit. And it is going to drop.
Come on.
Braden Page is going to hold up. They had to wait a little bit because that ball was up in the air. Now the Eagles will have the bases loaded as they had to wait to see if that was going to get caught or not. That's one of those hits that you just get caught up and you couldn't really go on the hit because you just did not know. So the Eagles will have the bases loaded with Matt Leschak up at the plate. Braden Page over at third base. Tome at
Paper's flying.
second. And Loretic with the big hit at first. And Leschak coming in. Struck out in the first, walked in the third, got a single. And he takes that one low and ball 1.
Wish it was ball 4.
Tying run is at first base for the Eagles. There is 1 out here. Eagle bench trying to make some noise as Adam Bright tries to get out of the jam with the bases loaded here in the 7th inning. Bright rocks, fires, ground ball.
Yes.
It's a catch, and that is going to be the ball game. A line out over.
Whoa, hold on.
Or they call him safe at first.
Bench is saying he's safe.
So we had a line out at first base. So Leschak gets out on the line out for the second out. And then Loretic was able to get back in time. And now they're going to challenge the call over at second base.
They're going to go for the appeal, it looks like.
If Lesjak on the appeal is called out, the Eagles season will come to an end.
This is a huge call. I couldn't really see it.
So
this
Tony Jordan and Adam Banbury now having the discussion, and the
that
ball game is over.
Oh my, are you kidding me? Coach Kaseric going out to argue.
Now, it's not going to be worth anything.
There's nothing
making
you can
the
do
argue
now.
about.
And
the argument was made.
Coach Clark.
They appealed it. Coach Clark talking to the officials, and the officials say that is going to be it. He is called out as Tony Jordan, the home plate umpire, makes the play, and the Eagles season comes to an end as they lose once again in a sectional game 4-1 for a second year in a row. The North Ridgeville Rangers will take on the winner of Avon and Strongsville on Tuesday at BW.
And the Eagles, they fought back hard into this game, but in the end, just wasn't enough.
Eagles on the day with only 4 hits, but they left 11, or make that 12 men on base. Final score here from North Ridgeville. Rangers win it 4-1. They knock out the Eagles in sectional play, and the Eagles season comes to a close as North Ridgeville wins this one and advances in the tournament. For my partner Chris Mendoza, I'm Adam Mendoza. Final score from North Ridgeville. Rangers win this one 4-1. We want to thank you for joining us on the Eagles Sports Network. Have a great night, everybody.